Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo
Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om
Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam
Narayana Namaskrityam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva
Ram Chaiva Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim
Devim
Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayati
Saraswati
Ashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayeshu
Jayasri Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam
Nityam Bhagavata
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate
Loke
Bhaktin Bhavadir Naichiti
Bhaktim
Bhaktim
Bhagavate
Bhavadena
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Devagi Nandanaya Cha
Devaki
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo
Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, text number 22. The chapter name is The First Step in God Realization. Okay, this is the continuation, whatever we are discussing from the past few days. So today we are discussing 2.1.22. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Rājovāca
Rājovāca
yathā sandhāryate brahman
yathā
Sandhāryate brahman
dhāraṇā yatra sammatā
dhāraṇā
yatra sammatā
yādṛśī va haret ashu
yādṛśī
ashu
puruṣasya mano-malam.
puruṣasya mano-malam.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Rājovāca.
Rājovāca.
The fortunate king said,
The
The fortunate king said,
yathā,
yathā
as it is,
as it
Ajiti
sandhāryate,
Sandhāryate.
the conception is made,
the conception is
Conception is made.
brahman,
Brahman,
Brahman.
O brahmana,
O Brahman,
Brahman.
dhāraṇā,
dhāraṇā,
Dhāraṇā.
conception,
conception,
Conception.
yatra,
yatra,
Yatra.
where and how,
where and
Where
how,
and how.
sammatā,
sammatā,
Sammatā.
in a summary,
in a
In
summary,
a summary.
yādṛśī,
Yādṛśī.
the way by which,
the
The
way,
way by which.
va,
va,
or
or
haret,
hared,
extricated,
extricated,
ashu,
asu,
without delay,
without
delay.
puruṣasya,
puruṣasya
Puruṣasya.
of a person,
of a person,
Of a person.
manaḥ,
manaḥ,
of the mind,
of the mind,
Of the mind.
malam,
malam,
Malam.
dirty things.
dirty
Dirty things.
Translation and purport by Giving Grace Abhay Charana with the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Sri Ram Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. The fortunate King Parīkṣit,
The fortunate
Fortunate King Parīkṣit,
inquiring further,
inquiring
further,
said,
O brahmana,
O
O
Brahman,
Brahmana,
please describe in
please
please
describe
describe
in
in
full detail
full
full
detail
detail
how and where
how
how
and
and where
the mind has to be applied,
mind
has the
has
mind has
to
to be
applied,
applied,
and how the conception
and
and how
how
the
the
conception
conception
can be fixed,
can be
can
fixed,
be fixed,
so that
so that
so that
the dirty things
the
the
dirty things
dirty things
in a person's mind
in a
in a
person's
person's
mind
mind
can be removed.
can be removed.
can be removed.
Purport. The dirty things in the heart of a conditioned soul are the root cause of all troubles for him. A conditioned soul is surrounded by the manifold miseries of material existence, but on account of his gross ignorance, he is unable to remove the troubles due to dirty things in the heart, accumulated during the long prison life in the material world. He is actually meant to serve the will of the Supreme Lord, but on account of the dirty things in the heart, he likes to serve his concocted desires. These desires, instead of giving him any peace of mind, create new problems and thus bind him to the cycle of repeated birth and death. Thus, these 30 things of fruitive work and empiric philosophy can be removed only by associate with the Supreme Lord. The Lord, being omnipotent, can offer his association by his inconceivable potencies. Thus, persons who are unable to pin their faith on the personal feature of Absolute and given a chance to associate with his virāṭ-rūpa or the cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord. The cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord is a feature of his unlimited potencies. Since the potent and potencies are identical, even the conception of his impersonal cosmic feature helps the conditioned soul to associate with the Lord indirectly and thus gradually rise to the stage of personal contact. Maharaja Parikṣit was already directly connected with the personal feature of the Lord Sri Krishna, and such he had no need to inquire from Sukadeva Goswami about where and how to apply the mind in the impersonal virāṭ-rūpa of the Lord. But he inquired after a detailed description of the matter for the benefit of others who are unable to conceive of the transcendental personal feature of the Lord as the form of eternity, knowledge and bliss. The non-devotee class of men cannot think of the personal feature of the Lord because of their poor fund of knowledge. The personal form of the Lord, like Rama, Krishna, is completely revolting to them. They have a poor estimation of the potency of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.11, it is explained by the Lord himself that people with a poor fund of knowledge deride the Supreme Personality of Lord, taking him to a common man. Such men are ignorant of the inconceivable potency of the Lord. By the inconceivable potency of the Lord, he can move in human society or any other society or of living beings and yet remain the same omnipotent Lord without deviating the slightest from his transcendental position. So far, the benefit of men who are unable to accept the Lord in his personal eternal form, Maharaja Parikṣit inquired from Sukadeva Goswami how to fix the mind on him in the beginning, and the Goswami replied in details as follows. Om Dasa. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnanāñjana-śalākaya Chakshurunmilitam-yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyabhat Pāśāśya Teshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today's sloka, it is talking about Maharaja Parikṣit is inquiring to the brahmana, the Sukadeva Goswami again. So what he is asking, how and where to apply the mind. This is so that the dirty things of the mind can be removed. This is the theme of today's sloka. He is asking these questions. So, what are the problems in our life? Whatever it is happening with us, we are the only reason for that. That we need to keep it in mind, because our mind is making us to work in such a way that whatever the problems are we getting the happiness or sad in our life, we are the only reason for that. And our mind is acting in such a way that it is feeling happiness and distress. Since we took so many births in the material world and so many contaminations accumulated in our mind, so our mind is fully covered with all this material concoction and material problems. Because of that, we are unable to focus on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here the Sukadeva Goswami, the Parikṣit Maharaj particularly asking this question for the people who are not able to focus their mind on the Lord's personal feature. who are maybe a non-devotee, who don't have the faith on the Lord, for those kind of people, how to start the devotional service, how to focus the mind. So that's why he is asking this question. So this question is not for his benefit. Because Sukadeva Goswami is a liberated soul, and Parikṣit Maharaj, he is also a devotee of the Lord. Yes, he is from very birth. He had an association of Lord Sri Krishna himself. So he's a descendant of the Pandavas, who is also a great devotees of the Lord. So he is also a great devotee. So that he's a rājā. So the devotees not needed this conception, how to focus the mind, where to focus the mind. That at all not needed. But since he wanted to give the benefit to the others, so other people who are not devotees, for them, who are not yet devotees of the Supreme Lord, for them, he is asking how to and where to keep our mind, where to focus our mind. So that Sukadeva Goswami can give the answer how to initiate, how to start the devotional activities. There is a story related to that how our mind is working. So one of the guru who is a great guru and is disabled. One of the disabled, he went to there and he was asking, "Oh Guru, I wanted to continue my brahmacharya. So please give me the instructions so that I can follow, I can strictly follow, so that I can master over all the scriptures and do the devotional services." That is the question he was asking to the Guru. Then the Guru told, "Okay, so you go and stay in a outskirt of your village. You don't want to mingle with the normal common people, so that you will be detached from them. Go and stay outside of the people, and you start your sadhana and chant the holy name of the Lord in the morning, and take the scriptures, read the scriptures and understand the scripture." Like that, he gave the instruction to him. So this disabled came to his village and he informed their house, "Okay, I'm not going to be stay with you all." His parents, because I'm not going to stay because they're the family. The entire they all the brothers and sisters, they will be together, they are living. It's a big family. So I don't want to stay within this family, right? So I got the instruction from my guru. I'm going to stay outside of the village. They also accepted, they asked, "Okay, you can go on," like that they left. So then he thought that, "Okay, if I stay in my village, my relatives will come and they will disturb me. So let me go out of other village, and I don't want to connect with my family." Like that, he went outskirt. So the main purpose is he wanted to detach from the family life and he wanted to engage in the devotional activities. So now his test will started for him because he came out for the self-realization, and his mind is saying that, "Okay, if I stay away from the family, so I can fully focus on reading the scriptures, understanding the scriptures, and gradually increase my bhakti." So that is the way he left. He left the village. He didn't inform his family members. He didn't take any money, anything. He went there, and he went to one of that during those days there is a mata will be there. Mata means you can go and you can have prasadam and you can stay there. So like that, he was staying in the mata, one of the mata, and he has only two pairs of clothes. Because these are the instructions for the sadhus. He is supposed to have he should not have accumulate any wealth, any material things also. So he had only two pairs of clothes. One cloth he used to wear, other clothes he used to keep it in the dry. He wash it and he would keep it for dry. So one day, this is the usual routine. So he used to, whatever he wore on the particular day, he will remove and he will wash it. And whatever the previous day he washed, he used to wear the clothes. So only two pairs of clothes. So one day he dried the clothes and he was sitting and he was studying the scriptures, and he saw opposite this he kept the dress was dry under the sun. And he saw there is a hole in the dress. Then he saw that he saw that there is a hole. Then he identified some of the rats in that mata, it is made is. And the mata, all the mata people, there is that mata is not much useful. So they left the place. So he only staying in that mata. So he thought that there is a hole in my dress. So how can I wear? Then he heard that the villagers who are all coming to the crossing this and that place, he asked what to do this. So they said there is a tailor, you can stitch it. And if you want to permanently, you want to stop it, there is a rat in your mata. That rat is doing all these activities. So better you keep a cat so that the rat will be removed from that, so that your dresses will be saved. So he has only 2 dresses. So he thought, okay, he stitched the dresses, whatever the card is button by rats. Then he bought a cat over there to handle the rats. Since it is a nearby farm, there are so many rats. So he brought a cat there. The cat also happily was eating the rat, and he was enjoying. So he was also normally he was able to continue his spiritual activities. Then suddenly all the rats are already, because the cat is there, he was actively catching all the rats and he's eating. So later there is no rat remain. Then the cat nothing to eat, so he was starving. So he was making a noise, meow meow meow. Then he had why, because till this day, till around 1 month, the cat was happy. He was roaming here and there. Now it is making noise. It is getting lean. It is where is his strength are going? He is asking again the villagers. The villagers told, see, the cat eaten all the rats. Now there is no rat in our mata. So you want to feed the cat with something. Otherwise it will die. Then in order to keep it alive, what he did? Then they told that go and get the milk from the village. So the milk, if you feed the milk, the cat will be pacified. Then this guy, he went to the milk supplier and he asked the milk, get some milk, and he gave it to the cat. So every day he is morning and evening going to the village, and wherever the milk farm is there, he is going and getting the milk and he is feeding the cat. So the cat is it is okay. Cat is pacified now. But he need to spend some time, he's going here and there. So he thought instead of going here and there, he is unable to focus on his morning, because morning and evening time, he is supposed to do the regulative, whatever the regulative things he is supposed to do. But during that time, he was walking to this village and coming back, bringing the milk, all those stuffs, it is burden for him. So he thought, he asked the villagers some idea. The villagers told, instead of coming here, the village, why don't you keep a cow in your mata itself, so that you can milk the cow there itself and you can give it to the cat. So you don't want to come to the village. So your time will be saved. You can spend time there. Then the guy immediately, he got the idea. Then somebody donated a cow to him. So he asked if somebody can donate, because I am the sadhu. Then somebody donated a cow to him. Then he milk every day, he milk a cow and he feeding to the cat. So the cow, cat, everything is there. But now he need to take care of the cow, because instead to take care of the cat, he got the cow. So now he has to take care of the cow also. So cow needs to be feeded. So again he need to spend the time to go to the fields for grazing, cow grazing. He need to take the cow and calf to grazing the cows. Then he need to come back. So then again time wasting there itself. Then he asked what to do. And they told, then the villagers give the idea, why don't you get married so that your wife can take care of first instead of for that cow, they told that get a field here nearby, so that nearby only you can grass. You don't want to go long to grass your cow. In your field only you can put the vegetation, put the farm, whatever required for the cow, you can put there itself, so that here only you will your whatever the needs will be that satisfied. Then somebody donated a field near to that mud only, wherever he was staying. Then he got the field. So then you need to cultivate. You need to do the cultivation. Then only you get the yielding, right? So then he started the cultivation there. Because for cow, he need to get the grass, right? So he was grass cultivation he was doing. So, in order to get rid of the rat, he got the cat. In order to get the milk for the cat, he got the cow. In order to feed the cow, he got the field. So now his entire time is taking care of all those things. Then he asked somebody, okay, now what is the solution? And then somebody told, you get married. So your wife will be take care of all those things so that you can peacefully take care of your bhakti. That's what somebody advised him. Some intelligent person advised him. So what happened? Then he got married. He had a wife. Then the wife took care of all those activities. So after that, what will happen? So eventually he got the children. So he kept away the bhakti. Now his wife is pregnant and too many children are there. He's taking care of the children, taking care of a wife, taking care of a field, taking care of a cow, taking care of a cat, everything is taking care of this. So the entire day is taking care of all those activities. So this is the way. This is not a somebody else story. It is our story only. This will match for all of us, because our mind is like that sadhu only. So whenever we wanted to start our bhakti, we will try to accommodate all those things like this only. So instead of in this example, we saw cat, cow, field, wife. But for us, maybe different things may be there. Okay, if I get one nice laptop, I can do this service. Then once I will get the laptop. Then sometimes they will say, if I get a nice mobile, I can do my bhakti, I can do this, I can do that, I can hear lecture, that goes. Then once you get the mobile, what will happen? Then you will say, okay, if I get the unlimited package, then it is fine. The internet pack. So unlimited package also comes. Then what will happen again? Okay, anyway, it's unlimited backup. Why don't I explore something on the YouTube? Why don't we explore on something else? Why don't we explore on some games? So our mind is like that. It won't fix on the particular thing. So that is this story, whatever we discussed, this is the example for our mind. Even though you are inclined to do a bhakti, but your mind, you are under surrounding the material things, it won't allow you to focus on bhakti. So even that's the reason the mind is need to be engaged in something else. You should not be try to accumulate more and more materially. You should not try to accumulate the things, whatever the things, because Prabhupada told that even though you can use the scientific things, but use it for the Krishna service, not for your sense gratification. But our mind, what it will do, it will try to utilize this for the sense gratification only. So until unless you are fixed in bhakti, we should not get into all the other things. You get me a laptop, I need a personal mobile, I need to focus on this, that. It is not possible. Individually, it is not possible, because the Maya is so strong, it will drag us to the different thing only. So for that only, Krishna, there is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita. In 2.66, what Krishna is saying, that I'm just reading the translation. One who is not connected with the Supreme, the Krishna consciousness, can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? So we need to connect it with the Supreme. And we saw the sadhu story. Even though he is trying to connect with this, everybody have the question in our mind. That person also tried to connect with Krishna. You want to read the scriptures and connect with the Lord, Supreme Lord. But why it doesn't happen? Because he was missing the association of the devotees. So there should be association of the senior devotees. Then there need to be a guidance. You should not take the guidance of, since he took the guidance of a common people, he got caught up into the Maya, and he will get into all those struggles. Whatever the story we discussed till now. So we need to connect it with a proper person, spiritual person, spiritually in a senior person, so that they can guide us, who is advanced in Krishna consciousness, they can guide us in the right path. So here Krishna is explaining, so they cannot be in peace. The person who is not connected with the Supreme Lord in this material world, they never be even though they may have so much of wealth, they never can get a peace in their mind. So they will be always they want to have the steady mind. They will go here and there. They will do thousands of things to get the peace. But getting the peace is very easy. To connect with the Supreme is very easy thing. But being steady in that, our sadhana, our connection between the Lord, that to consistently to be there, that need a guidance, they need a association of devotees. They need a senior devotee association. And in 6.67, Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, I'm just reading the translation, as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the river, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. See, as a strong wind sweep away the boat on your water. Suppose if a strong wind is happening, there is a boat in the water, the river or riverbed, and there is a strong wind. What will happen? The boat will pull the boat towards that where the wind direction is going. The boat also pulled in that direction. The similar way, if one of our senses are not in our control, one of the roaming senses here and there, roaming senses. For roaming senses means anything it can be. Oh, I sometimes okay. I am hearing the kirtan every time. So why don't I hear some cinema song? It's a very famous. Everybody singing. Let me also sing the song. So let me also hear the song. Let me also enjoy. This is one of the going out of the roaming sense. And everybody watching the movie. Let me watch some movie. This movie is. They are saying that this movie is good, that movie is good. Let me also, this movie collected this much money. People are speaking like about this hero, heroine. Let me watch that movie. That is also a roaming sense. And everybody, we are taking, always I'm taking the food at home only. Why don't I one day I'm going to taste outside? There are people are there, the pani puri is there. Then some sweet shop is there. Why don't I get some, only one day, let it, what will happen? So this is called the roaming sense, which is not connected with it is not in the controlled manner. Outside of the things we wanted to enjoy the Maya. That is a roaming sense. If one of the senses like this, if it is roaming like that, then what will happen? Our focus will be carried away. It will be carried away. So our intelligence will be lost our intelligence. We will be carried away with this Maya only. That's why Krishna is explaining it in this sloka. And in 2.70, Krishna is explaining, a person who is not disturbed by the instant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is even being filled by it is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires. So this is also one of the example Krishna is giving, that there are so many rivers are connecting to the ocean. Every day, this continuously 24/7, the river water, when there is a rain, there is no rain, whatever, wherever the river, all the rivers are connected to the ocean. So if suppose if it is so much of flood is happening, we are hearing that Chennai flood, here flood, there flood, so many flood we are hearing. Even though so much flood happen and so much water, all the waters where it is going, if all the waters is entering into the river only, sorry, is connected to the river and it is entering the ocean. But even though so many rivers are connecting there, the oceans, it never breaches its boundaries. If you see, it won't, the ocean, there is, so today there is so much of flood. So let the ocean also getting into the flood and it will come to the village or come to the city. So it's not happening. So the ocean is, it is keep and calm, we keep their boundary and it is stay there only, even though there are so many rivers are connecting there. Similar way, the person also like a ocean, it should be like a ocean, it should be still. Even though there are so many disturbance happening, it is not agitated by those disturbance. There are so many the inputs, like there are so many inputs, like how the rivers are entering the ocean. The similar way, so many sense gratification things are through ear, through eye, through nose, through mouth. There are so many ways will get agitated. We may get agitated. If the person is steady, even though there are so many things in front of him to get agitated, that person can be in the fully be in the peace. That person can achieve, because he is steady in mind because of his strong faith on the Lord and the strong determination to get into the bhakti, to progress in bhakti. So to progress in bhakti, to get a great determination, we need, in the Kali Yuga, we need two things. One is advice from the senior devotee and association of the devotees. If you have these two, then automatically nothing can be detached. We can be detached from all the other sense gratification, other activities, and we can progress in bhakti. And Krishna, another thing in this year, Prabhupada is talking about the people who are talking about Krishna, Rama, they are all the impersonal feature. Means they will think about Lord as no form. So some people say that Krishna, Rama, and all it's a normal people only. Somebody people they're saying that they struggled so much. Krishna struggled so much. Rama struggled so much in this material world. Like that, their people are speaking. Yes, they don't have the idea of the Lord. Who is the Lord? Yes, in 9.11, Krishna himself is saying that fools deride me when I descend in this human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. So this is the way Krishna, Prabhupada also explaining. Even though the Krishna born in this human form of life, he is not controlled by these three modes of nature. Yes, he is, even though he is along with the human beings, he is not a human being. He is the Supreme Lord always. He may be in the form of human being, but his body is made up of Satchitananda Vigraha. It is not made up of stools and blood and urine. It is Satchitananda Vigraha. Lord is always Lord. Even though he is going to the heavenly planet, or even though he is going to the Padala Loga, anywhere Lord is going, any human, not only human, within a human, any living entity area it is, Lord is taking the any living entity form. Lord is always Lord only. Because we heard there are so many avatars. We hear the famous Dasa avatara. We heard that Lord took the Kurma avatara, Lord took the Machi avatara, Lord took the Varaha avatara. So even though Lord took that avatars, Lord is Lord only. So if he took the Varaha, he's not to be big, he's going to take the garbage. No. Lord is Lord only. He is always in his position. He took that avatars. There is a purpose behind that. That's the reason he took that avatars. So we should not deride by this all those conception of the non-devotee people. But those are all. That's why Krishna himself is saying that people are deriding me when I descend in this as a human form. So even the human form also people deride the Lord. So what to speak of the devotees then? So people will, in this current situation, people will deride, people will speak in so many things when you take the bhakti. So we should not get agitated by all those things. We need to study in our bhakti and associate with the devotees and get the advice from the senior devotees so that we can progress in bhakti. So today's sloka, we saw the two things we saw. How to keep our mind steady and how to remove the dirty things in our mind so that we can study in our bhakti. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any questions?